fans, it is your boy Cam back here with another video. Man, it has been a minute since I sat in front of the camera. I just want to first start off the video by thanking all of you guys for viewing my video a whole bunch. I think it was the Penn State dorm tour video. I thank you and I appreciate that. It seems like that's been of help to some people. I've got a lot of DMs asking about Penn State and all of that. So yeah, if you still have questions about Penn State, feel free to DM me. My Instagram and Snapchat will be on the screen. Go follow those and also subscribe to the channel because I've noticed it got 30 views and I don't have 430 subscribers. So, you know, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you think this content will be of benefit to you. And yeah. But get into the video. This video is gonna basically be about kind of like success / motivation tips for specifically for the quarantine. This was kind of in general, which it will be in the general, but it will apply more now that we are in quarantine. I know that this has probably been a rough couple of weeks for all of us in the last, just because of this pandemic. And yeah, I just wanted to share some kind of motivation that kind of helped me get motivated. And I'm not saying that I've been motivated this whole entire time, because I wanted to put this video out like almost a month ago. So that was during my spring break, which was, I can't even remember, but somewhere at the beginning of March. And so I'm just getting this video out now. And so hopefully this is actually going up and I don't just record it and you know, not put it up like I did last time. But if you're seeing it, obviously that is the case. All right, so for tip number 1, I want to start off with kind of a general statement, but there are going to be 2 types of people that come out of this quarantine. They're going to be those that took the extra time in the quarantine and they just kind of relaxed, they just kind of chilled out and waited for this whole thing to pass. And they're going to be those that took advantage of the time and actually made use of it. And so what I mean by that, obviously, I mean, if you've been on social media, which I'm sure all of us have, you know, because we have all this extra time, you've seen people saying that they're going to be, you know, we have all this time, so why not use it to learn an extra skill? And I think that's just something that I couldn't not put in this video, even though it's something that's so widely, you know, said and already known. But I think it's just a good reminder to you that, you know, it is imperative that you take, you know, you take hold of this time and make it into a good thing. You know, you can learn, you know, a new skill with computer coding. You can learn to dance. You can learn whatever it is that's going to help you in the long run. I would strongly encourage you to start doing that during this time, because you're not going to get this time back. And I don't think you're ever going to be in this situation where you kind of have this extra time and you're not penalized for taking the time to do something that you normally wouldn't be able to do during your regular schedule of life. All right, so tip number 2, I think this is kind of goes hand in hand with the first general statement, but basically, don't be afraid to do what you want to do. There are a lot of people that watch my channel that are seniors, maybe juniors in high school, or that are college students at Penn State, or just college students in general. But I know so many people that are saying, you know, they want to put out music, they want to start a YouTube channel, they want to do X, Y, and Z, but they haven't started it. Now is the perfect time to start it. But the thing is that you need to get over the fear that people won't appreciate your content. I think that's a huge thing for people that are creating any sort of content for other people to watch. You know, they're scared that people will judge them. And I'm not saying that that judgment won't come, but I know that you can never get a result if you never put anything out. It's happened to the best of us. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the best of us, but it definitely has happened to me all the time. You know, I recorded this video with a little bit of a different like spin on it probably like a month ago, and I was like, no, I don't really think that this is gonna be this is like good content. I don't think that, you know, people will watch it. But it's like, yo, you know, you just gotta put the content out and let the people speak for themselves. If they don't watch it, they don't watch it. You know that you don't you know that content wasn't successful, that you either need to tweak it or that you need to change your content. But don't let people dictate what kind of content you put out. You know, I'm gonna put out this video, and even if it does bad and I feel that like I want to do another video like this, then I'll still put it out, you know, and there will be an audience that will appreciate it. And if the majority of the audience doesn't, that's on them. You know, I wanted to put it out and I shared it. That's my part. So yeah, that definitely goes hand in hand with the first statement. All right, so step number 3 If you aren't seeing a theme here, you will, but basically this is gonna go hand in hand with the other two statements that I made earlier in this video. But basically, I would encourage you to stop consuming so much content during this time. One of the things that my grandmother used to always tell me was that you are spending so much time consuming other people's content and not making your own content, or you're not bettering yourself. And that's something that I haven't been able to technically do during this break over, up until now, just because I've been studying for midterms and doing all of that. But if you look at just how much we spend on watching Netflix, YouTube, on Snapchat, on Instagram, just scrolling aimlessly, towards down people's stories, whatever, through people's stories, whatever it is. And it's just becomes a waste of time. When you look back on it, it was a waste of time, and you could have been either learning a new skill or putting out your content of your own. And so I think that's a huge, important thing to kind of remember when you are, on social media or you're just watching stuff. I think it's a great time passer, and it's definitely a stress reliever. And I don't think that you should stop doing it altogether. And I don't technically think it's bad for you. I'm just saying that if you want to achieve a goal, and then you find yourself watching Netflix for 10 hours of the day, well, then you can't complain to anybody that you aren't getting something, you aren't going to be successful, because obviously you're spending all your time watching other people's content and not creating your own. All right, so the fourth tip or advice is going to be basically to start the struggles now. What I mean by that is whatever you want to start, whatever you kind of establish that you want to succeed at based on the last three tips, go ahead and start it now. There are going to be some people that, they're going to watch this video and they're going to think of something in their head and they're going to be like, yeah, I want to become X, Y, and Z. But you're not going to go ahead and click off this video and start it after you watch. This is kind of an enmity in that people want to be successful, but they aren't willing to do the work to be successful. And I think almost everybody is guilty of that. But one of the things that I see in a trend in everybody that is successful is that they went ahead and just went through the hardships and struggles when nobody else was willing to do that. And so if you want to be successful, that's just what you have to do. I don't know anybody that hasn't done that. And if you find somebody, let me know. But basically, I think this quote from actually my uncle that he posted today is the best thing to keep in mind. I'll put it on screen right now. I can't read it verbatim because I'm using my phone to record, but basically it says something along the lines of, what if I could tell you that all the insecurity that you're feeling now is also the insecurity that everybody else is dealing with? It's not unique to you. So don't let that get in the way of you becoming successful and you becoming great. People are just better actors. They like to put on a smile, and kind of try to tell people that, I'm all right, I'm doing fine, I'm doing better than you think I am. And that acting stuff can take a whole bunch out of you. Trust me, from myself, just trying to act like I was great and fine through, high school, some of the earlier years. Trust me, it doesn't work, and it takes way more energy than just getting the help you need with whatever it is in life, whether it's, the project that you want to create to become successful, or just your mental health or whatever. So yeah. So the fifth tip, which is arguably the most important tip in this video, so bravo if you made it to this point, is basically to not drown yourself in your own thoughts. Basically, don't get yourself down, and to create a schedule. I think these things kind of go hand in hand. There are going to be a lot of people that try new things and are going to get so discouraged because of their own kind of perfectionist mindset. I am guilty of that mindset as well. I'm a huge perfectionist and like to do things, things that I care about to a certain level. And if they're not to that degree, then I kind of beat myself up. Even if I'm working in a group, I will literally be that person that, will have a PowerPoint as a group and we'll be like, yo, it's great, and the next morning we'll show up with a new PowerPoint because I didn't feel that it was, up to par, up to my standards. And so the biggest thing that's helped me is, number one, learning not to beat myself up and just go ahead and, try things, not being afraid of failure, like I've said in previous tips, but also to create a schedule in order to kind of keep yourself on track and to measure the progress that you've made. This is a huge thing for your mind. I think it's so, if you've ever you've had a lot to do in a day and you write it down and check off things that you've done in that day, it makes it feel so much less of an overwhelming task to complete in that day than if you were to just have 15 things and try to remember them all in your mind and just constantly think that, oh, I don't have enough hours in the day to do this. So I think that creating a schedule is going to help you with the first part of that statement, which is not beating yourself up. And I think it's going to get you a lot closer to your level of success and your level of perfection in the long run. Alrighty guys, so that is it for the video. I hope you did enjoy the content and something kind of struck you. Any tip struck you and kind of motivated you to do something or do whatever it is that you want to do in life. That's kind of the purpose of this video. I mean, pretty much the purpose of this video, that if I can just inspire one person to do something or actually create something that they are proud of, it will mean a lot to me. So that's why I'm putting this content out there. I know it's not the best content, it's not the fanciest edited, content out there, but again, following the tips myself, I can't be so subconscious of what people are going to think. This is a video that I wanted to put out there, and I just wanted to kind of help people, during this time, because during this 3 weeks, I've definitely been, in places where I've just been sitting on the bed watching Netflix for 5 hours, and that I want to be, doing something else, but I can't find the motivation to do it. So like I said, I hope this helped you. Before I do sign off, my guy JAMAL dropped an album. I thought it was fire, and so I just wanted to share it with you guys. The link will be down below in the description. If you could check that out, that'd be much appreciated. And it will be in my outro clip. So yeah, you'll get a little taste of the music. But yeah, with all that being said, again, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and were able to take something out of it. And I will see you guys in the next one.
I changed. Even when the sun don't shine, I take it in stride. I'll be alright. Even when the snow come down, I don't know how. The bands ain't no free cake.